I'm Sheree Robinson. I'm a brand stylist with Agnes and Dora, and I am here today to talk about the differences and the comparisons of being a wholesaler and owning your own boutique and becoming a brand stylist with Agnes and Dora. I was able to do both. I took a step away from my brand stylist job for a while and tried to do my own independent boutique, and I learned a ton of stuff while doing that. Realized that I needed to go back to being a brand stylist and going 100% in that. And I found some really interesting things about both options. And I want to share those with you guys today because there might be somebody out there who's trying to transition into one or the other. They're trying to research it. They're trying to make a decision, and they, you're just looking for knowledge, right? And that is what I'm here trying to help you guys. So first, the costs. Let's talk about being a brand stylist first. So the cost of being a brand stylist is you pay $199 a year or $19.95 a month. That gives you a website, like a shopping site that Agnes and Dora provides for you. It has all the images, all the descriptions, everything all laid out that your customers are able to purchase. Other than that, that's really your only expense. Now, on the other hand, owning your own independent boutique, I found there were a lot of other costs involved, and I didn't really understand it until I got into it. There is and I'm looking at my notes, there's a website fee. So if you want a drop ship provider, sometimes there's really big costs associated with that. Comment sold helpers there's not just the company comment sold, there's other options out there, but that's a cost. I found in my wholesale business that I was not able to do it all, so I needed to hire an assistant. That took a lot of my pay away from myself. There's lots of overhead. You have racks, you have shelving, you have hangers, you have your shipping supplies. And then there's also the cost of just bringing in the inventory. Find what your customers like. You have to buy the right amounts, and it's really hard to know and understand that. So that's the biggest cost, is just bringing in your inventory. The other problem with that, and this kind of has to do with costs, is that yes, you're able to mark your products up. I think a lot of people do like 3 times what they purchased it for. And the problem with that though is yes, you can sell it for that. But I found that a lot of times you feel like you're kind of competing with a lot of different people, even places sometimes like Amazon. There was a product that I was looking at purchasing, and I saw something completely similar at Target, that kind of stuff, or all my other, my friends who also have independent boutiques, they kind of had the same product. So I felt like a lot of times I just had to discount things to be able to sell them. So if I had to put it on sale, I lost that profit. And with Agnes and Dora, in comparison, if they decide to put something on sale, it doesn't matter how much, I didn't have to invest in it before. So I make 20 to 40%, depending on my sales, on that item, whether that item is $52 or whether it's on sale for $10. I didn't lose any money in there. I just get the same percentage. So I feel like that is a lot better for me. I don't have to bring in inventory and hope that it sells. For me personally, it just felt better that way. Also, it's really hard to get the right sizing for your customers that had extra small all the way to 3XL, because I have customers who are 3XL and I am an extra small, and it's not only hard to find that extra small, it's really hard to find the 3XL and a size ranges and everything that I can purchase together. The other hard thing is if I wanted an item, sometimes the size runs came in one small, but then I had 2 mediums, 2 larges, 2 or 3 extra larges, and then maybe if I was lucky, they would have extra large and the 3XL sizes. And I'd have to buy a big pack of those, like 2 or 3 of each of those. It was just super hard because that's not how my customer base runs. I have a lot of size smalls, and even if I wanted to keep the product, I couldn't, because I'd have to buy multiple runs of that product. So I didn't like that either. One last frustrating thing, this kind of has to do with cost too, is I would plan my wholesaling, I would order what I wanted to, and then the wholesalers would cancel my order without letting me know or anything, or sometimes I wouldn't know if it would ship, when it would ship. Sometimes I'd get items within like a couple days. Sometimes it would take like 2 or 3 or 4 weeks to even get something, or I'd wait that long and then they'd cancel it on me. And that was super frustrating too. The other thing I noticed with being an independent boutique and being a brand stylist is Agnes and Dora is holding their own brand. The only place you can get it is from a brand stylist. I'm not going to be able to find this item on Amazon. I'm not going to be able to find this item in Target. It's only from a brand stylist, which I really, really like. Also, I'm not the only one working and paying for brand awareness. There are 500 other stylists working on brand awareness, as well as Agnes and Dora, who's also doing their own marketing and branding awareness, which is awesome. So just because I get to be with them, I hold the brand, and that helps me to get more reach. Whereas when I was an independent boutique, I felt more alone. I felt like it was me just trying to get my voice out, just trying to, get my feelers out and get people to shop with me. And it's just me. It's just Cherie, a mom of 5. And I felt like I wasn't the big names in the world in retail, and I preferred to have that Agnes and Dora brand with me to help me succeed. The next thing I want to talk about is time. So I spent so much time trying to find brands and items that I liked in the full-size runs that I wanted. Then I would bring them in and I didn't even know if they were quality. It was just a time suck. Like, I would spend hours and hours browsing and looking at all the wholesale items out there. And it was just too much time for me. It was just the biggest time suck. The other thing was the shipping. Just like I said before, I had to hire somebody to help me do that because I was spending 2 business days a week or 3 full days shipping, and that was taking away from me being able to advertise, being able to do my live sales, being able to touch my customer base and give them the quality customer service that they deserved. I wasn't able to do that because I was spending so many days just trying to get the shipping out. So I hired somebody, but then again, that was like a lot of my income. And the other thing I didn't love about being my own independent boutique was I felt like I could never leave my house. Even though I had an assistant and she could handle it if I needed to leave for, a week and go on vacation with my family. But at the same time, I felt like I could never leave. I felt like I could never disconnect. I felt like I was always just in a rush to just get back home because I was worried about, this return that I had to take care of for, such and such a person. And I was tied down because of my independent boutique. And, it was kind of a bummer for my family a lot of times. They just felt like I was on vacation, but I really wasn't on vacation. And I feel like now, being a brand stylist, I don't have to worry about the shipping or the returns or any of that. I can just take my phone and I can go on vacation and I don't have to feel like I'm tied to my house. And so I really, really like that too. The other huge time factor for me was just the carrying of the inventory. I had to unbox it, notes. I had to tag it, I had to package it, I had to sort it, store it, organize it, and then that's just the stuff. Then I had to also take pictures. I had to do picture taking, editing, uploading. I had to create my own descriptions, put all that on the site. You guys, it was just a lot of time. And so I kind of wanted my time back, and I saw the possibility and the potential with Agnes and Dora that with that I can get that time back. And so, and I have been. I'm amazed at the amount of time now I have to just focus on the things that I want to do instead of the sorting, all the image and editing and the website update and the shipping anyway. So time was huge. All right, this last one, and then I'm done. Sorry, I've taken up a lot of your time. So the last one is self-care. I did not have the self-care that I do now. And I realized that I had no heart in my business. I was passionate about it. I loved selling clothing. I loved my customers and I loved having fun with them on live sales, but I didn't realize my purpose for doing it other than making money. And Agnes and Dora has made me realize that I really do and can have another purpose other than just selling the clothing. And I found that when we were able to go to a leadership retreat This is also something I would never have been able to have the opportunity to do if I was owning my own boutique. I would not send myself off on a retreat to do some self-betterment. And I was able to do that. Agnes and Dora provided that for me. Not only did I feel like I was completely surrounded by a support system and a sisterhood, which I know that's like such a cliche word, but like I never felt it the way that I did at this retreat. So I have the possibility to be able to be given these things. Retreats, we have these events that we're doing, we have vacations that they're going to start sending us on, all these things that I would not be giving myself if I was in an independent boutique. And I saw the possibility in that too. And then along with a pretty good comp plan, I also am able to build a team and earned a commission on that too. And if you look at the possibility of where we're at, especially compared to other direct sales companies, we only have 500 stylists like right now. I think even less than that maybe. And some states don't even have stylists in them. And so we have the potential to grow huge. And we're just at the beginning, we're just at the surface. And just the fact that I can grow a group of girls also that can get the same thing. They can be able to get this support. Like that is the first thing I think of when I think of Agnes and Dora, is support. And when I was owning my own boutique, I had friends and we had groups and we were able to kind of support each other while we were kind of building our own businesses. But it's completely different than when you are with a group of people and you have a common goal and you know that if you help build up the people around you, that will also lift you up together. Now, I've fed you a little bit of information of the things that I was able to learn while I did both. I tried both. I realized that the brand stylist was the best option for me. And once I decided that, I had this extremely peaceful feeling and I knew I was in the right place. But everybody's journey is different, and I completely support you and hope that you find what is good for your soul and your heart. And if you guys have any other questions about either or whatever, please message me on Facebook. I am super happy to talk to you and help you figure out what is good for you. And I just hope that we can all rise up and just become better versions of ourselves. That's the whole purpose of what we're doing. So have a great day. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned a little bit. Bye.